Hey everyone. A neighbor just popped by, bringing along a baby who looks like it hasn't seen milk in a while. She's hoping Rosie can play babysitter for a bit. Even though Frank skipped the fancy restaurant, this baby brought a huge smile to his face. Watching Dad have a blast with the baby put a grin on Rose's face too. That night, her phone was blowing up, and Frank accidentally caught a voicemail. I need to get back home. The house I need is way timelier than I thought. Call me back. Oops, turns out Rose's place is rented. Not wanting to burden the kid, Frank decided to fly home first thing in the morning. We all know his meds. Seeing Rosie slurp her noodles, Frank couldn't help but recall his childhood. Remember how Mom taught us to eat mint? Oh, we do. Even though Mom's been gone for 8 months, Rosie sometimes dials her number. It's always a wake-up call. Oops, Mom ain't here. Frank wishes Rosie could still, then he could pick up for his wife. Frank never got why the kids always call their mom, while he barely gets a ring after all these years. Even when Mom wasn't feeling it, she wouldn't complain. With Frank, he's always throwing in his 2 cents, definitely the strict teacher. In this regard, Frank was all ears. The kids were much closer to Mom, especially eldest son David, who felt that David certainly didn't want to let Dad down. Rosie curiously asked about Dad's parenting plan, but Frank had no plan, just wanted to marry and have kids. After the kids arrived, he worked hard to be the dad of the year. Talking to Rosie gave Frank a wake-up call. Maybe he was just too strict over the years and ended up being a burden. The next day, after checking in, Frank also left a letter for Rosie. He wrote a letter for each kid before this trip. Due to a medicine shortage, Frank had to take the risky flight home, only to encounter some crazy turbulence along the way. He fainted in the bathroom and seemed to dream of his kids back in their childhood having a meal together. But the one person missing, his late wife. Frank couldn't understand why the kids would deceive him, especially when he noticed Amy's husband. The caption reads, "The brother-in-law went to work wearing the shirt from yesterday," leading him to conclude that there was something going on between Amy and the brother-in-law. Moreover, Robert claimed he was heading to Europe for a performance, yet the streets were plastered with show posters. The show is right in Denver where Robert is. Clearly he's purposely avoiding Dad. Even his most considerate and beloved youngest daughter, Rosie, is keeping secrets from him. And when the neighbor offers to babysit, Frank knows deep down that it's his own granddaughter. But Mom is sick. I don't want to embarrass anyone. Frank wanted to know about his eldest son David, but he remained silent in this dream. Frank was about to uncover the truth when suddenly it started pouring outside. The kids rushed back in, and he woke up from the His 3 kids were already gathered around his bedside, but conspicuously missing was David. Frank had a bad feeling something was off. Finally, after his constant and persistent questioning, Amy disclosed the truth. David Jack is gone. No, this can't be true. He left his room? How could this happen? We knew he was traveling and then got the news from Mexico. This is shocking. We didn't want to tell you because we weren't sure. Well, he had so many issues. He was really down. Things haven't been great since Mom passed away. We're all worried about him, yes, but we aren't sure what's going on. If he's in Mexico, who knows what could have happened? Subtitles. It could be anyone, maybe a mistake, or perhaps my trip has caused something to go wrong. I just can't believe it happened after my trip. I need to stay alert now. So, we owe you an apology. Well, this can't be my son. This is not my son. They claim it's a mix-up. This is definitely not my son. On that night beside the hospital bed, Frank felt as if he saw David again. David apologetically said to his dad, "It's not your fault. I wanted to pursue my dreams, but you mapped out my life for me. I'm still an artist, or perhaps a typical job, like a painter. I'd make you proud. Really? I do truly believe in you. Absolutely. I'll tell Mom I won't let her down and send her my love. I will do it, Dad. I'm truly sorry. This is not your fault, David. After David got discharged, he received a package in the mail containing all bills and a letter from Frank. Ultimately, Frank let go of his obsession and went to the grave to express his feelings. If he could start over, he'd be less critical of the kids. As long as the kids are happy, that's enough. Although he can't view them as kids anymore. His wife used to talk to him about their kids, and Frank realized he should have listened more. Sadly, work got in the way. Not long after, Frank was back in New York checking out the gallery where he hoped to buy David's art. But the clerk told him the painting was already sold. Frank looked pretty bummed out. The clerk, being David's longtime friend, mentioned having a few pieces of his work saved away. Seeing the artwork, Frank was utterly speechless. This painting was a testament to his hard-working life. This artwork represents Frank's innermost emotions. Perhaps only he truly comprehends its significance. Gradually, loss transforms into beauty.